Hello everyone, welcome to Debating for America's Youth. Today we're doing another interview of someone who's very successful in speech and debate to help everyone kind of learn what the people who are really successful in speech and debate do, how they get ahead, and how you can apply that to your speech and debate career and to your life. So today I'm interviewing Emily Guidry. She is a two-time national POI finalist, and she's very good at speech and debate. Hello, Emily.
Hi.
Hi. So the first question is, like, how'd you get into speech and debate? Like, how'd you figure out about it, and, like, how did you start, like, getting involved?
Well, actually, my freshman year, the elective that I signed up for was theater because I wanted to be more outspoken. I was never a shy kid, but I wanted to try to use it. And the theater teacher at the time, Ms. Broussard, was also the speech and debate coach. And she was coaching alongside my current coach, Jacob Stingmall, and together they ran the speech team. He was actually my civics teacher at the time, ironically, but I ended up, between talking to both of them every day in class and kind of learning some of the fundamentals of acting through her, I eventually got onto the speech team that fall.
Mm-hmm. And then once you got onto this, like, the speech team, how did you end up, like, choosing your event? Did you try out other events, or did you just find that one and, like love it?
The first event that I ever did was actually duo. And I did it with another freshman, and it was very, like, basic. It was not very out of the box. I think we did trauma. I don't know who the author is, but and I ended up having two other partners that year. I ended up trying deck, and that was the only thing that I did my freshman year. And then sophomore year, I had gotten a little success my freshman year, and so sophomore year I did DI, deck, impromptu, duo, and duet. And I was pretty successful in my circuit with all of those. I went to catnap and got to octos and deck, and that was like the highlight of my sophomore year. And then finally my junior year was the first time that I ever actually picked up a binder, and I did POI for the first time, and I was doing POI, OI, DI. Basically by the end of my senior year, the only event that I have not done is HI. I've done every event at least once, including debate and extemp and all of those kinds of things, as scary as they were. So yes, I'm very, like, I've tried every event. I've done every event, at least at 2 tournaments. So I was very excited when I joined, when I realized I could do things outside of one. I didn't just have to do duo.
Yeah.
But it actually wasn't until this year that I actually took duo outside of my state, and I went to national tournaments with it, because I ended up going to Catman duo this year.
Oh, that's very awesome.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, so, like, at what moment when you were a freshman did you realize that this club, like, I absolutely love this club, like, this is the club I want to, like, continue to do? Like, what moment was that for you?
There actually was one definite moment when I realized, because I originally, surprisingly, was in color guard my freshman year, and I had done speech on some of the free weekends that I had, but it was never, like, my main focus. And then it was the last tournament of the season for me to qualify for state, because you have to place at a tournament or make it to finals 3 times in Louisiana to qualify for state. Mm-hmm. And it was actually my last tournament to qualify, and I had gotten 4th, and I needed to get 3rd to qualify for deck. Mm-hmm. And so my freshman year, I actually didn't even make it to the state tournament, but it was my first time ever making a final round at a local tournament. And I cried my eyes out because I was so happy. It was all I wanted. I always set a goal for every school year, and that was my goal, was to make finals one time. And once I met it, I realized that I didn't want to be on student council. I didn't want to do anything but this, because it was like this drive and this rush of adrenaline whenever I finally made finals. Just, even though it was just, like, finals at, like, a very small local tournament, and not a lot of the big dogs were there. No one from my school was there. And it was just one of those turning points when I realized, like, I was where I was supposed to be. and I felt so much support from my teammates. It was the first time that I really got to be friends with a lot of them, and it was all upperclassmen because there was no one really else in my grade except 2 other kids at the time. I was actually the only kid in my grade on my team that joined as a freshman that's currently on the team now. Well, graduated off of the team recently. So it was really one of those eye-opening moments where you realize you're like exactly where you're supposed to be.
Yeah, you had theater as like an elective, and like I assume that helped. But like, how did you get over your nerves? Because like a lot of people, that's one of their biggest hurdles they have to get through with speech and debate is like getting over like that fear of being in front of people and like performing. How did you get over that? And like, what are your tips for like overcoming that specific like hurdle?
I have to kind of say that for me, it was never like a getting over kind of thing. I've never been a shy kid. Like, I was always thirsty for attention, which I know isn't the most positive way to put it, but I always enjoyed performing.
Mm-hmm.
I was in dancing when I was little. I was very outspoken as a kid, and for some reason, it just always resonated with me. But something that I've done with a lot of my classmates and stuff that had to get over being scared of being in front of a crowd was trying to just have one-on-ones where you just perform it to me. Just perform it to me.
Mm-hmm.
And the biggest thing that I think a lot of people get over is the difference between what the word perform means and what the value in a conversation is. Because in essence, when we're, performing, we're actually just having a conversation. It's just with every single person in the audience. And I really like to stress to people that, like, in prelims, especially, like, when you're going into the tournament, you're not talking in front of 3,000 people or 200 people. You're talking in front of 7 and a judge.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I try to make people realize that, yes, speech does get very big, and yes, there is big crowds. But you can talk in front of one person, and then try talking in front of 2. Try talking in front of 4, and then just work your way up till you're at 7. And then when you're at 7, that's what you're going to see until probably finals,
Yeah.
So the biggest thing as far as, like, being scared to talk in front of people is just focus on having a conversation. Mm-hmm. Don't focus on performing, because that word performing gets a lot of people jittery and scared, and, oh, they're looking at me, and they're the audience, and I'm the performer. When in actuality, it's an equal relationship between the person that's on the stage or in front of the classroom versus the judge and the observers inside the classroom.
Yeah, I totally agree. I had a very similar experience. So I did Congress, and I was like, I was the only one who did Congress my freshman year, and it was so nerve-wracking. I didn't like speak in front of anyone. I was too scared to. And then when I go into my sophomore year, like I think another thing that helps is kind of, well, this is mainly with Congress, but once you start to get to know the other people and like especially in the local circuit, you kind of know the other people you're in the room with, and it's not like you're giving a speech, and then it's more like you're just like giving a speech to other people you know. It takes a lot of like the nerve off, and I assume once in any event, if you start to know your competitors, then giving a speech to them is less nerve wracking than giving a speech to completely random strangers. And there are the judges there, but like mainly you're just talking to the other competitors. So that's something that's really helped me, and I can see the difference between performing and just having a conversation. That could help a lot too.
Yes, I totally agree. Because, like, when I went into my junior year, I realized I was like, there's a lot of events I haven't done, especially the forensic side. I had done the speech side of things, but nothing in the debate realm. Mm-hmm. And so going into my senior year, I definitely wanted to do that. And so I was so embarrassed, though, and so scared. And I had never been that way before with speech and debate. But for some reason, I was so scared of looking dumb. And so I was very nervous when I did Congress and LD and when I tried extemp. Still to this day have no idea what I said or what I was talking about, but I was really nervous. And that was something I had to get over and realize was that even though I might not know the most in the room, it's still just a conversation.
Yeah.
You're talking about what you do know. And that was something that really helped me get over that stage fright.
Yeah. Yeah, that's totally something true, and especially in like more of like the debate events, you can shift the argument to be what you want it to be. Like if it like I've noticed in debates, like some of that stuff are going over my head, like I don't know what it's about or like what they're talking about. But then if you shift the debate to be like, well, this is what we're gonna like focus on, you can shift the focus, then you can be more knowledgeable what you're talking about. So yeah, that's all definitely true. My next question is
Yeah.
like, what's your favorite part about speech and debate? I mean, you've really been all over from the local to the national circuit. Like, what would be, I guess, one or two favorite things you have about speech and debate as a club?
Obviously, number one is performing.
Hmm.
I get such a drive from it. It's my favorite thing to do. But probably the best thing I've gotten from speech and debate specifically that I can't get anywhere else is the people that I have met. It is the only place that you're going to get the opportunity to see and meet so many different people from so many different backgrounds, and you get to travel with people that you do know, like your teammates and such, but you really get to meet so many new people with speech and debate and hear their stories in ways that kids don't get allowed to speak, and it's so amazing. I really have enjoyed the people and the friendships and the relationships that I've made have really been eye-opening.
Yeah, I totally agree. Speech and debate, especially when you start like traveling, like our school went to its first nationals, like catnats, and I went with two other people from my school, and like we knew each other and we were friends, but we got a lot closer over that trip, just because like you're with those people and like the traveling is really great. But even at like local circuits, when you all sit together at like the table, it's really like a real bonding experience. And then what I think is really cool about Congress is because you're in the same chambers with people, you start to like get to know the people, and then when you go to other tournaments, you recognize the people. Like I remember being so happy to see Vanderpool, Chris Vanderpool, one of my friends at the local circuit, doesn't go to my school. I was so happy to see him when we went to Catnat. So you really start to build these connections, which is something that I would say that speech and debate does a really good job at.
Oh yeah, it was so cool to see people that I had seen in finals the year before, and then go back and see them again, or see them around the tournament. It was just like, hey, like I know you, and it's really cool, like because you don't talk to them every day.
Yeah.
You might